This is the Gatekeeper, one of the gatehouses I use to defend my outer compound wall. We will also be going over optional electrics. These would include automatic closure of the main gate, garage doors on the external turrets closing when out of ammo, and a circuit that will detect when one of the walls has been breached, using no power from the battery until it is needed to notify you. So we'll start the tour from the main gate. Now this should automatically close, as we have there. Right, now we're going to have a look at the main electrics, where we can see on the left the control of the turret doors, on the right is the control of the main gate, and below is the breach alarm. Now we'll go over and look at the tool cabinet, which is behind a glass window. Now if we remove this window, you'd keep the hammer in the drop box. So we got it looking out along the wall. Now we'll just pop outside. This is where we got our turrets with the automatic closing these garage doors, the windmill above, and also we got piping coming out. Right, that's it. Right, for the start of this tutorial, we'll work on the assumption you've already put the gate up. So we'll line up our foundation with the front, and then move slightly over until the corner of it touches the edge, and then again. And we're going to put in 2 more squares, and then right, so now we're going to put in 2 walls, then we're going to put in windows, 3 of them, then a double door frame, 2 more windows, 2 walls, another window, double door frame, and then we're going to put triangles in, and then squares over this part. Now we're going to put 2 triangles in just here to cover this part up. There's triangles all the way around. Put our tool cabinet in here. Fill that up. Now we're going to upgrade all this to sheet. Upgrade these 2, and then we're going to remove these 2 squares here, and then carry on upgrading. Right, now we're going to put a window in, upgrade that, lock on TC. Right, now it's going to be, we're going to go outside and do the turret pods. So we're going to put 2 door frames here and this triangle roof and upgrade all that. Now we're going to do our peak. So let's upgrade this, put half walls in and a triangle roof. Upgrade the side that isn't going to have the almost, delete that one. Upgrade all the rest. Then this one we're going to put a quarter wall in after we put in our triangle frame and upgrade it. Rotate that, and that's that side done. Now we'll just go around and do the same on this side. 2 door frames, triangle again, upgrade the lock. And then we'll work onto the peak again. So again, this is going to be half walls. Upgrade this. Demolish this. Then frame, and then quarter wall again. So we do need to upgrade that bit, missed that. Right, so now we're going to put in a half shelf. So it's a half wall, then a shelf, demolish the bottom, then upgrade the shelf. Oops. Upgrade the wrong bit there. Now we're going to put frames all the way around. and upgrade these. Now we're going to put the door here. Make sure you open it inwards. This is so we have an airlock between the two. Put our locks on. And then fill all the windows. Right, so up on the roof, we're doing a bit of work up here now. So we're putting a twig, and then we're going to put our barricades down, and then our windmill with electrics for that. So we're just going to line this up so it's in the middle here, pushing it forward as much as we can. And next to that, and then we're going to put one on either side, pushing it as far to the edge as we can. Then we're going to put in quarter walls and upgrade these to sheet. The reason we do this is so that people can't just push through the barricade, because you can't jump while you're in the barricade. Right, so now we're going to do door frames up for our windmill. Now to get up there easily, I'm just going to put a spiral staircase. Upgrade that, and then we're going to put in a triangle floor. Get on top of it, upgrade that, and then put the other one down. Upgrade that as well, and then we're going to put the windmill in. Right, we're going to have to rotate it, I think. Yep, went straight down as soon as I rotated it. Change it to red, just so we can see where the where all the cables go. And then we're going to feed it in to here, and then we're going to put down a root combiner, so then that can go to our battery when we put that down. Right, so that's that done. Just pop back on the roof because I forgot to destroy all the twig. So this is the staircase that goes, and also the triangle roof. If we can get it. There we go. The components required for the basic electrics are as follows: 1 medium battery, 7 electrical branches, 2 electrical heaters, 2 ceiling lights, 1 switch, 3 auto turrets, and 4 door controllers. We'll start with putting the battery down and wiring that up to the windmill up top. So it's going to go in just here. Put our electrical branch out. Set that to 10. That's for the lights and heaters. Right, so we change it to red. I'm going to try and keep this wiring fairly tidy. It's going to go into the input of the battery, and then from the output we're going to put it straight into this branch. Line that up. Right, so now we're going to put the heaters in. Followed by the 2 lights. And we're going to wire all that up to the branch. So we're going to change the colour to yellow. So that's into the first light. Pass through to the second. Then we'll do the pass through from the second one to the heater, and then onto the second heater. Right, we'll do the turrets next. Let's just sort this out. Right. So we'll put our first turret down. Put the whatever you're going to put into it. In this case it would be a bolty. Make sure the garage doors are facing out. Then we're going to open the doors and put the door controls on. Making sure the door controllers are facing inwards so they can't be destroyed from outside. Alright, so we'll just put this turret down. And then the garage doors. And again, open both and put your door controllers on so they're facing inside. Still got to put the bolty in and the ammo. Shouldn't really forget that, should we? Right, so the third turret will go just here. And then we'll do the wiring for it. So now we'll do the actual electrics for this turret. So we'll put a switch in first. And we'll put a few branches in. I am going to space this out a little bit more than I normally do, so we can accommodate the advanced bit where we turn the turrets off when the ammo is out. Right, so oh how that's happened. Right, so we'll go for the power out on here, which is the right hand side, straight up to the switch. Then from the switch up to the branch. Right, so from the right hand side here, we're going to take this and put it into the third branch along. Now with this one, this needs to be set to 2. So from the right hand side of that, we're going to take that along to the 5th branch. Put the power in. And then from the left hand side we're going to put it into the 4th one. So we're going to change that to pink. And both of these will then be controlling the door controllers for each of the turrets. Now from the left hand side we'll change the colour to blue. This is now going to go across and down until the 1st branch. Relatively tidy, and then along and into the next branch after that. This is going to be for the power for the 3 turrets. We're going to set the to 33, and then both of these we're going to set to 11. Then it's going to be 2, 1 and 1. Right, so this now will go to the 1st turret. So the reason we set it to 11 and the turret only uses 10 is so we can have to use the signal out to let us know when the ammo is out. So we'll just take this down and wire this through to the turret. But if you're not going to use that, you can always put it as 10. And then we'll wire the 2nd turret up in the same way. Then we'll wire up the internal turret as well. Right, that's the turrets done. Now we'll wire up the garage doors. So we're going to change this to pink. And we're going to put it into the first slot of door controllers. And the other door controller, which is behind me. And the reason we do this way and not use the pass-through is so that if one door controller is damaged, it doesn't cut off the next door controllers. So we'll change this one to orange now, and we'll go across the other door controllers now. If I'm not careful, I'm going to get killed by that heli. Close these doors to be on the safe side. Right, so that should be the electrics finished for the simple electric. So we'll just test it, make sure the turrets all turn on, which they do. Turn them back off and all the doors should close. And then we'll just turn it back on and we'll leave it like that. So from now on it's purely optional. Here's the deployables. Alright, so we'll start with our level 1 workbench. This is so we can recharge our jackhammers and don't have to go all the way back to the main base all the time. A locker. We're going to put some drop boxes in. This can be a little bit tricky because you need to step forward and back. That should go in. Being a pain, isn't it? It will turn blue and it will go. There we go, it's done. And then this side as well. That's a bit better. Now we're going to put our embrasures in. This one's going to be on the inside, and all the rest, apart from this one, are going to be on the outside. So that's already done. This one we might have to go outside to do. Okay. And then just got to do this one, and again I think we're going to have to go outside for this. No, there we go. Right, now we're going to do our drop box. So we're going to put our drop box down. We're going to connect 4 adapters to that and then chain them all together. This means it'll actually draw it quicker out of the drop box when you wire it into your sorter. So now you'll connect this bit to your sorters. Right, so now we're going to put down some solar panels. This is so we can step up slightly and get a better shot through these peaks. Not good looking with the solar panel in the hand, but there we go. You can see the difference it makes. We'll just put another one down here. Right, now we need to sort out some garage doors. Just to tidy all this up. That's 1, 2, 3. Pull these down. Right, now we need to put our locks on all these doors. Garage doors outside, I believe. Just turn them off. Right, that's it. Now we're going to be doing a bit more of the electrics. Moving on to garage doors closing when out of ammo. This will only cost an extra 2 blockers. Right, so this is going to be really simple. All we're going to do is plug some blockers in between the power to the doors. So we'll make sure we got the coloured wires proper. We'll disconnect that and put that into the blocker. Then out the blocker, we're then going to put it into the final branch. Now on the block pass through, which we're going to change to green, we are now going to connect it to the turret that has the orange cable going to it. I don't know how I've done that. Right. So we follow the orange cable round. It might have been easier to do without the garage doors up, because I'm trying to avoid it attaching to a garage door and therefore the wire going up and down with the garage door. Right, so now we're going to connect it to the output of the turret, which we got has target, and there we go, no ammo, so we connect it to that. Then we do the other turret exactly the same, we're connecting it to the ammo out. Close the doors, and then we're going to go around and connect that up to the other blocker. Which I'm going to put into next to the one with the pink cable. So we'll just put that in now. Go, and then down to the pass through. And then we just need to disconnect this cable. Alright, I don't know why I've just done that, because that needs to go into the blocker. And that is now going to be the whole circuit for closing the garage doors when the ammo's run out. The components for the automatic closure of the high gate will require one small rechargeable battery, 5 electrical branches, 1 timer, 1 blocker, and finally 1 door controller. Right, to start off we need to add an extra electrical branch to branch off where this battery, so we're just going to put this down next to it. We're then going to disconnect the power to the turrets and connect it to the left hand side of this branch. Set it to 37 because that's how much the turrets actually use with the door controllers. Then we're going to link this into that branch we just put in. Now from the output, which this whole circuit we're about to do only requires 1 power just to keep the small battery topped up. It's going to go into there. Right, now we're going to put down 2 branches, followed by a timer. Put it just there. A blocker. And then we're going to put in 2 more branches, 1 next to it and 1 above. Right, so we're going to connect the power from the battery to the first branch, and then on the right hand side we're going to take the power out of here and go into the next branch. Then on the left hand side we're going to change the colour to purple, and then we're going to go and power the timer. And then from the timer we're going to go to the branch which is just to the right of the blocker. Right, and then the second branch, which we're only going to use 1 output, we're going to take out and around to the blocker. And then from that blocker we're going to go to the branch above. Now we're going to change it to purple. Now the left hand side will go to toggle the timer. And then on this side, which again we're only going to use the left hand side, we'll change that to a green. That's going to be to toggle the blocker. Try and keep that relatively tidy. Right, now this needs to be set to 1. This is to 3. This one to 1, and this one will be to 1. That's the circuit, so we're going to send a quick pulse every time of 2 electricity. So we're going to now take it out of the right hand side of that top branch, and we're going to put it into a door controller we're going to mount on this door. So we'll just put the door controller there, and then what you need to do is through to the close. Now every time you open it, within 10 seconds there'll be a pulse which will close this gate. And there we go. That's that done. The components needed for the raid alarm are 1 small rechargeable battery, 3 electrical branches, 1 blocker, 1 OR switch, 3 splitters, 1 seismic sensor and 1 smart alarm. Right, so first we're going to have to put an extra branch in for this circuit. So we'll put that just there. We'll change the output to 1, and then we're going to change this one here, which is powering the door controller, into the output there. Then we're going to link these two together. And then the output on this one, we are going to put a battery we're putting here. So on the right hand side we'll take that out, now we're going to put 3 branches and then a blocker. Then we're going to try and put an OR switch above if there's space. Yep, I think we'll put it just here. Then we'll get our seismic sensor, and we're going to put it just there. Then our smart alarm, which I think is in my bag. We'll put a smart alarm just there. Right, so now we're going to connect the battery to the first branch. Then from the right hand side of that branch, we're going to connect to the next one. And then from the left hand side of the first branch, we're going to change that to blue. We're going to connect into our seismic sensor. And then the seismic sensor we're going to connect into input A of the OR switch. So let's try and get that so it's level. Right, with this one here, we're going to take from the left hand side, we're going to change to pink. We are going to put that along to the next branch. And then from this branch, using the left hand side, we're going to change to cyan, and this is going to go into the input on the blocker. And then from the blocker, we're going to put it into input B. Now we're going to set all these branches to a value of 1, and then we're going to connect the OR switch across to that smart alarm, which should turn it on, because as far as this circuit at the moment is concerned, the walls have been breached because it's not being blocked on the blocker. So there we go, it's turned on. So to rectify that, we're going to take the output on right hand side of the second branch, and we're going to take that outside, and we're going to use splitters to place on each of the walls. So this can go up to 12 of them. And then we're going to take it so to the odd walls we're going to go out, and then the even we're going to bring it back. So because it's only 3, we're going to take it across and into this, and then this one will go across the third wall. And then because this is going to be the last wall of the run, we'll then return it on the run back using the even walls. So we'll take that out, the output, doesn't matter which output, I'm using 3 for now. So then this connects into this one. And then we'll take the output from this splitter, and we're going to run that into the blocker. So this will then turn the alarm off, because we've got a complete circuit going along the wall. So into the blocker, and we can see it's now off. So all we need to do now is just pair that alarm to your Rust Plus, and you'll get an alarm. Right, now we'll go over why we use triangles above the gate, and also how easy it is to replace the main gate. So we'll just destroy it, and then we'll put in a new gate and just make sure it's rotated the right way. And you can see it just snaps straight in. So what you want to do is just get it so it touches the corners of each of the green triangles, and there we go, it's in. Oh, so we'll just grab some components and we'll just put the alternative down. So we'll destroy that again. Now we're just going to destroy these triangles and replace them with squares. And now when we try and put the gate in, I'll just upgrade these first. Right, now when we put the gate in, you see it's red, and it's only about that far before it allows us to place it. So we'll just get rid of these again, and you can see straight away we're able to place it. We'll just make sure we do rotate it again, and in we go. And that's why we put the triangles at the top. There's a link in the description for the circuit for Rustrician, and if you've carried on watching it until now, if you could like and subscribe, that'd be brilliant. Thank you for watching.